Hey y'all, it's your girl Leah, and welcome back to the F&T vlog. For this vlog, we're gonna talk about movies this week, of course. And I watched some pretty good and not so good movies, and I'm gonna give you some recommendations of what I watched. Maybe check them out. Just see what you think. All right. So the first movie I watched was The Rental. I found this, I think, on Amazon Prime. I actually rented it, so I was like, I'm gonna see what this is all about. It's basically a kind of suspenseful thriller. It was directed by Dave Franco, James Franco's younger brother. I have to praise Dave because he did a pretty good job. Now the movie started out very boring. It's more mixed with some suspense, with more drama rather than the suspense. That's kind of the only thing that kind of pulled me away. I was often kind of bored in the beginning. Now later on, you kind of a little bit of paranoia. So, but I will have to praise the cast because, Dan Stevens, Alison Brie, and the dude from Shameless, they did pretty great. I was really impressed. The characters, they're kind of one dimensional. Well, some of them I say, but overall, they kind of it was interesting. The especially the whole tone of it, like the mood, the color. They definitely gave the suspenseful tone, but throughout it wasn't all it really wasn't suspenseful, but more dramatic. Even though there was no kind of jump scares or anything. But it's I give it a 6 out of 10. Well, 6 point. I give it a 6.5 out of 10. Okay. The next movie I found was Blackwater Abyss. Now this is a movie about crocodiles. Wasn't really as good as I thought it was gonna be. I mean, I will admit, I saw the poster and it looked pretty interesting, so that's kind of why I wanted to watch it. But it was kind of boring and it didn't really, kind of grab my attention. You know, the whole I like the story. It's the story is really good, but it just didn't kind of come out the way it should have. Maybe, I'm not sure why. But I will say at the end, it caught my attention. The ending it caught my I'm not gonna lie. I when it got to almost the very end, I thought, is that it or is it more to it? And then you kind of see what going on. It was a little bit more action. It was kind of crazy, but I think that was probably the only thing that kind of got my attention, that ending. But it just really was very boring and bland for me. There's another movie called Blackwater. It's also about crocodiles. I recommend that one. It's a lot better than this one. You can find that on Tubi TV and Pluto. So watch that one if you're interested in another crocodile movie. But it was very boring. The story is good, but it just didn't play out the way I thought it would have been. So I kind of give it a 4 out of 10. I would have liked it to be better. I will say, the crocodile attack scenes, they're pretty good, but overall it's just very the whole thing is just bland in my opinion. The next one I watch, and I have to say I'm really surprised, is The Broken Hearts Gallery. I went ahead and saw this in theaters and I was very, very shocked I liked it. I'm not really a rom-com kind of person. I don't like romantic comedies, but there are two actors, Geraldine and Dacre. I actually, I've seen them in other movies. I'm not gonna lie, I fell in love with this movie. This was such a cute film. It really was. It was just adorable. And of course, Geraldine, I seen her in Blockers. She is like she made the character so likable that you kind of relate to her. So okay, so the story, I'm gonna tell you the story first. I feel like I just jumped on that, but it's just really one of my favorite, romantic comedies I've seen so far. And I don't really like a lot of romantic comedies, but this one caught my attention. So, the Broken Hearts Gallery is about a young woman who gets her heart broken and loses her job. So she decides, and here's the thing though, she collects, items from her relationship, her past relationships. And she decides to create this gallery, to help people get over, their past relationships and move forward. I have to say I like this idea. It's really, interesting because, a lot of people probably, I think there's a lot of people that do, keep past things from relationships and don't know how to let go. So I feel like this is a great idea. And then she meets this guy, of course, Dacre, who, is her love interest. And, he's the one who has like this hotel, and she decides to help, use that, to open her gallery up. I'm gonna tear out. Them two have such great chemistry. Like literally, it was just like love at first sight. It's just really such a cute movie. I really couldn't get over it. And her two best friends, they were played by Molly Gordon and Philippa So. Now Philippa So. She was in Hamilton, another musical I recommend. Listen, those are the kind of supportive friends you need when you're going through breakups and all that kind of crap. They're so supportive. And matter of fact, they were hilarious. They were the highlights of the movie too. I love them so much. They were hilarious. But this film was really, it was great. It's definitely something that kind of put a smile on your face. And the director, I think her name was Natalie Krinsky. I want to praise her. I thought she did an incredible job, with this film. It had a little editing problems, but overall the story was amazing. The cast, the characters, you easily fall in love with it. I thought it was amazing. I give it an 8 out of 10 because it's definitely a great rom com. I recommend it if you like rom coms. Especially for young adults. This is for you. It's amazing. So we also just found out, the Marvel films are changing their dates. Next year, we're gonna have to wait to see Black Widow. It will be premiering on May 7th of next year, along with the Eternals, which will also be premiering in November 5th. It's actually supposed to be premiering earlier in the 2021, but they decided to change it because they didn't think the pandemic is gonna be done by then. So also the Shanghai film is also gonna be in July. It's gonna be in July, right after the Black Widow film. The Shanghai film will come out, and then you have to wait to November for the Eternals film to come, which annoys me because I was really looking forward to seeing those three. So I'm guessing, Wonder Woman is probably not going to premiere this year. I'm actually think it's going to premiere next year in June, like it was supposed to premiere this year in June. So, that's kind of, the negative about this. All these films we were so excited about seeing this year, we're going to have to, wait another year. And who knows if this pandemic will be gone. We're just going to have to wait and see. I really hope this vaccine do come because I really want to go back to my normal life. I want to be able to go back to school, and I want to watch all my favorite movies. But that is it for this week. All the movies I recommended, I hope you check them out. Check out the Broken Hearts Gallery. I really would love for you to check it out. It's such a great film. If you feel comfortable going in theaters, check this one out. You will not be disappointed. And the rental, it's okay. It's good. If you want to check that one out, if you're a fan of Dave Franco, Alison Brie, and Dan Stevens, then I check this one out too. And also other films, I mentioned Blackwater and Crawl. Check those out too. The Blackwater Abyss wasn't all that, but if you can check it out if you want. But I want to say stay safe and have a great day.